Hi everyone, it's Suyin here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually a recording of a really long conversation that I had with a really cool person. His name is iherng and he has a YouTube channel all about property, and I got the chance to speak with him for how long? 2.5 hours, I think our conversation lasted, and I'm gonna show you like bits and pieces of our conversation. And something that I really took away from speaking with him for the first time is that he is really the person that we see on his YouTube channel, and I really think that he is genuine, and also he just really wants to help a lot of people, and I can see him by doing all of these podcasts on all sorts of different podcast channels, and he really has the heart to help all sorts of creators out there, especially when they are in their starting phase. So I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get into it.
So is it okay if I look? You want me to look into the camera, or you want me to look at this way?
Just it's okay. Don't need to look at the camera. I think we just like talk lah. We just have a conversation. I mean, if you want to look at the camera like this, is also fine. It's up to you. But I think it's really cool lah. Been wanting to speak with you or like meet up, but just like MCO lah, I guess.
Yeah, too bad because I can show off my studio.
Yeah, you have an external studio, is it?
No, because I've converted a space
In the house.
in my office.
Oh.
So because I still work for the Makeover Guys.
Yep.
Therefore, we still have some space that we just expanded. So there's like a few empty corners. So what I do is I just convert those, because since we are the Makeover Guys, we can make over generally any space quite easily.
That's good.
And it's quite, we don't use, right? Those are wasted.
Yeah. So you're doing them a favor lah, actually.
I'm also planning to make over the room one actually. So my usual space, because my son is actually taking over. So it's gonna get pretty. So after he goes back to school and everything is normal, then I'm gonna convert that space lah. Currently it's his playground.
Oh, okay. So you plan to stay in this house because of like ease lah, right? Your son can socialize, can see his in-laws.
Yeah.
There are like always people around.
We to be honest, we plan to move out actually. So right before the pandemic, we plan to move out because we were staying at the level 3. So every time we need to move upstairs 3 stories. So 3 stories, and with the baby, right? So when my wife was pregnant, she tripped over the stairs, and she twisted her leg. So what if you are carrying the baby and you tripped?
Yeah, it's so dangerous.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people think, oh, landed ma, nice ma. Actually, you got stairs, actually not easy also. And when you are pregnant, you cannot see your leg. And when you carry the baby, you cannot see your leg also. So that is very dangerous. So we were debating whether to move out or to move into this condo. So I'm doing a video where we can actually see like, oh, where to rent and how to rent and things like that. But then
you ended up
indirectly
buying, right?
This was after I buy. So I'm those that I'm okay with 15 properties, but I still rent my place.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because your home is not an investment one.
Yep.
Like where you stay. Yeah.
Yep, correct. So after I surveyed around, I almost paid deposit, and because the owner know who am I, so he was giving a very good discount also.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow, Sean, I want to stay in my house. Wow. Then but we end up didn't, because I felt that these moments where he's still he cannot move, he cannot speak, and he's just pure cuteness lah, right?
Yeah.
And this phase is very limited actually. And if I were to move out, right, it's indirectly robbing that away from the parents and parents-in-law. Because I know young parents will always like want to take control of all the parenting, right? Take control of how to speak, how to conduct themselves. to me, take a chill. Let them play a while because it's only going to be like that for 9 months. After that, they know how to walk, right? Like now, he's figuring out how to climb. So it's pretty insane.
You'll be
Yeah.
all over the place, man.
Yeah. So I think and when now this kind of lockdown happens, then the extra help like this kind of sessions can happen. If not, it cannot, right? And
Yeah.
also thankfully it's my job allows me to do so lah. Like I'm editing when he's around. I edit 9 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Dude, do you not sleep?
Then I wake up at 8, then my shift will be until 2 to 3 o'clock.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I don't know. I really think you work super hard. And I don't know how you do it because like you're a parent. I don't know where your energy comes from. Like, is it like
supplements,
coffee or?
Yeah. So I take a lot of supplements. I drink a lot, but actually I drink coffee right before I sleep. So I think that coffee is no. I think there's no more caffeine kick anymore for me.
Yeah, you just like the taste.
Yeah, it has long gone. Caffeine kick has long gone. Back in the architecture days also, because when I was studying, like the podcast, one of the podcasts now, everybody keeps saying it. I only sleep 24 hours a week. It means generally there will be 2 to 3 days without sleep. And that was the norm for 4 years.
You're crazy.
No, but it's self-implemented. it's because when we do design, there's no end to the assignment, right? So it's really entirely up to whether you finish or not. So with that task, right, I've learned we can package a C idea into a B or an A minus presentation. But we take an A plus idea, right? And we couldn't finish the communication, the packaging on time. It looks like a C product.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you need to be okay with imperfection and then you sell it.
Yeah, because there's never ending life. So this is when I like implement into my own videos. Like if you give me another 10 more weeks to work on a video, it's going to look almost the same because it's going to be maybe 5%, 10% better. It's not going to be double the time better. Yeah. Okay. So that's the habit that I implemented into this. So to me, like I also mentioned before, I am thinking that I don't work hard enough yet. Because I know your people standards, I see people who is working way harder. Like in terms of, I think in time wise, I think I'm there, but just that in terms of output, business wise, yeah. So like those people with businesses, right? Those are insane. Like one decision can make 10 family go homeless or things like that. Yeah. Those are way more stressful. Like the most is I miss a deadline of upload.
Yeah, and you don't kill any families in the process.
Yeah. So that is in my sense. That's why I still don't dare to really full-fledged run a business yet. So now like I have 2 person under my team. Profit has been okay, not bad. Self-sustaining at the moment, having fun. But when you start to like really depend on your target to operate your business, or it's a whole different situation.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Then you have shareholders. Oh my god.
It freaks me out. Like, I mean, like this YouTube thing alone can be a sustainable business. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know why people want to do this full time, because like it relies on analytics and like feeling, like going through the videos, seeing how they perform.
I don't do that though.
Yeah, cause like you don't fully rely on it, or like I don't fully rely on it, so I don't do that. But I guess like if we did it full time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got it. So yeah, I kind of agree. And these are the people that constantly burn out because they no longer do what they want to do. They do what they think the audience want them to do.
Right. Agreed.
So they are very anal about all the tajuk
Yeah, the
then when to
thumbnail.
the thumbnail
When?
when to post
The
then what kind of
algorithm.
color stands out I when I finish my videos, I upload like 3 a.m.
Do you really upload at 3 a.m.?
Many times because I have this very bad
Wow.
habit. Like it drives my marketing team crazy. Last time is every time I finish a video, it's very difficult for me to not upload it.
Okay. You just want to roll it out
Yeah. So
as
I'm
and
like,
when.
so my actually very selfishly, my goal is to upload 20 pieces of content a week. So I think I've achieved like 12 to 15 on Instagram. IG stories don't count. Then like YouTube, I'm going like 3 to 4. I did daily vlogs before. So it's not really helping. Maybe now if I were to do daily vlogs, then okay lah. But last time when I was nobody, then it doesn't really help at all. Then I have like LinkedIn and stuff like that lor.
Yeah, across all platforms. I think you told me before you want to be everywhere. That's your goal.
Because if more, yeah, sometimes when the mindset of you scrolling through YouTube and the mindset of you scrolling through LinkedIn is different.
Oh yeah, completely.
So
100%.
when you're LinkedIn, you actually see the almost the same thing, but suddenly because of your state is different, you suddenly, hey, what he says makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So that's my goal. And I think lately the goal has been a little bit different where I have a lot of feedbacks from the people that they are telling me they bought their first property, rent it out, very happy. Now every month got extra 200 to spend.
Nice.
Then if we fast forward 10, 20 years later, there will be this group of people that is closer to financial independence. Then only we get to do good things. Like example for now, right? It's very sad to see people couldn't even survive. They couldn't even buy food, right? This is like a whole next level.
Yeah. Right now
like,
it's very scary. It's
say,
really like
kerja kais pagi makan pagi
makan
kais
pagi.
petang. We read that on the book, right? Like who would actually live like that?
Yeah,
it's
and
happening.
then now we see it. Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you think about it, when the government keeps giving these people 500. I don't know how many the actually reach them, right? But it's how much can you buy, right? Let's say like 3 weeks.
Yep.
3 weeks. So like but 3 weeks all goes back to the same pockets. It means that when all these 500 right, flow to the big boys, all the hypermarkets all the speed marts all their pockets gets bigger. So it's very devastating to see. But then from a capitalist point of view, it's sensible. Instead of you going 60% tax, then everybody gets free income. I think that's worse.
I think we're not ready for it. Like our society is not ready for it.
Cannot. So so that really got me thinking a lot. Like because I was in this state before, like I can only eat 2 meals a day. If I were to eat extra one more, so I'll need to starve. So I need to plan when.
Day.
Yeah, so I was so broke that I need to plan when do I starve. And being hungry, it's a very, very painful feeling. So I was a very picky eater back then because abundance. So I only eat this level of fish, I only eat this level of seafood. And when you're from the developer's point, everybody treats you like, because you're a client, you're the ultimate paymaster, right?
Yeah.
So people were like, whoa, Sean, what you want to eat, or what kind of drink you want? You want hibiki, or you want whatever whiskey, Japanese, or first class winning award kind of thing. But then when we went through hunger, right now, really doesn't matter anymore.
Does it still stick with you now? Like after all of this?
So like when every time when I reach a milestone for the YouTube channel, I go for this Fan at the junction, at some low cost area. So it's to also remind, like, don't get fancy, because last time because I was brought up in a corporate setting, Hence, watch means a lot. Your coat means a lot. The brand of your shoe meant a lot. Yeah, so money in and out, right? Money, all this, and these are, I don't know how this got into my mind, but this was like treated as investments. The perfect suit was an investment.
It's a sales image, right? They say like the suit sells as well, like the watch sells.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it traps a lot of people in the corporate space that they need to keep buying designer goods. And that's where a lot of their paycheck goes, unfortunately.
Yep. So that's so when I look back, like now I left the setting for like 6 years, 7 years, right? And I look back, right? I left as a small tutsayani. I left like maybe a senior exec max, right? But then when I look back at the current senior managers, sadly enough, a lot of people don't know how much freelancers like this can make. If you know how, right? So it's crazy that the amount of work they need to do. So I read this article where they say hard working blindly is also a form of laziness.
Yep.
So my only role is to clock in, clock out, and give my best. Whatever my KPI says, I just do, right? So you just operate like a gear, no thinking ability, no need, because it's not appreciated anyway.
Like a robot.
Yeah, so then that becomes this very weird routine that kills certain people like me. So when I left and when you try different things, right, then these people will then come and give narration of how sucky you're gonna be, how dumb you are, you left this high potential job, right? When I look back into the same batch mates, right, they are still the same.
They're still there, huh?
Yeah. It's devastating, but to me, my life is devastating to them. Like, Sean, you got no fixed income, you got I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we choose what we want to see, like to them, you're not living the life. To you, you're living the life. You have the freedom, you have the choice, you have the power over what you want to do. Like even right now, you're working with the Makeover Guys. I think it's by design. You are purposely staying in this job because it's beneficial. Yeah, you can leverage off of it.
Actually, the hard truth is it's fun there.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, I go there is to really like still learn from real life entrepreneurs. Like now in crisis mode, especially, right? Meetings to me are the most valuable. When you see I think the leaders are still rather young. Our average age is very, very young. So what I'm learning is, okay, so how do we manage crisis, right? How long more can the company survive with zero revenue, right? So then who needs to go out first? How do we then tell these people we need to go off? Then if you need to cut costs, right? How do we cut? If we need to cut salary, how do we tell people that we want to cut salary? And on a normal basis, if you treat them like crap, then now they're gonna just no sense of loyalty lah. But then it's very it's very refreshing to see that everybody like, okay, we are ready. And sometimes if you don't deduct their salary, they think they are not contributing to the solution, so they also feel bad.
Yeah.
So like, how do you get this group of people who is willing to die for your dream, right? And these bosses really has that next level kind of leadership where they have no clue what I did for when I was in the when I was working as a marketing manager lah. Really like what's going to go up on social media, they have no clue, but they have absolute faith. Yeah, so it was really very eye-opening for me because I was brought up in a corporate structure again. Then you see that distinct difference. In the end of so when I was back in corporate, right, I tendered resignation, cool fact, every year.
Did you leave or did you threaten to leave?
No, I was ready to leave. So because some of the podcasts I also spoke about this is when I was in 9 departments. So every department, so when you're in that department, you realize that in property sector, it's pretty sad because you are measured in accordance to how many projects you completed.
Then like that, you cannot complete many projects, right? If you
Yep.
rotate.
Yep. So no, so the thing is one project takes 4 years for construction,
That's
2
insane.
years, 2 years in planning. So it means that every 6 years only I get to promote,
Mm.
right? And then you look at it, it's insane. Then like, why do I need to spend 6 months to learn that simple task? And that's why when I was in my team, when I was back in Johor, the benefit is because the team is very small, so we are very lean. So we were all spread very thin to the extent that a lot of people break down. I had the benefit of going through 6 projects in a year. So it was pressure cooking like mad. So my meetings were 9 to 9, breakfast meeting, lunch meeting, dinner meeting included. And because it's construction, so we still got entertainment.
Oh yeah.
After the dinners and things like that. So last time, Chinese New Year back then, like I think this needs to tell to the younger cross. It's gonna be a while until we got 烧工早. So last time 烧工早 was a month, and I need to change venues in one night. Means like here I get to drink halfway, then I need to go to the other one. If not, this supplier is not going to friend me the next week or things like that. So yeah, right. But yeah, also that is when you cultivated a lot of very bad habits, and you paid, and that is when like Dalai Lama said that you paid money to have fun in exchange of your health.
Yep.
But then later you need to pay money to buy back health.
Yeah,
so that is the. I think his one was different. His one is when he said that we work so hard, so our health is degrading, but to create wealth. So later we exchange it back. This one is different. This one is I pay money to get my health decreased.
Yeah,
so it's a
crazy.
double whammy thing. Yeah. And yeah, so the lifestyle back then is absolutely insane. And I really thought for that moment, right? I made it. Therefore, for high flyers, especially, like we live in this very high bubble, like that we think that we are somebody just because I'm very friend with the CEO. So promotion, no worries. This one, no worries. That one, no worries. To the extent, right? I know I was the guy that managed the PowerPoint in those exco meetings, right? And in order to have favoritism, right? In order to get into their favor, I need to memorize everybody's Starbucks drink. I know Mr. Yeah, so I know Mr. A likes Americano with cold milk. This guy wants Americano with hot milk. This one want oat milk. This one want almond milk. Then this one I like latte with whatever. So got one is very special and not in the menu one. So I need to go into 3 Starbucks just to get his order. Wow. But after we get approval, then everything makes sense. So those are the things. And the same method applies to local authorities.
Yeah.
We need to rub shoulders with them. Unfortunately, that's the case. That's the culture as well.
The industry also.
So when you are brought up in this, right, I need to know the fanciest place for dinner, fanciest place for supper, fanciest place. And then some people want extra service and things like that. You need to know all the places for all those kind of things. And that also messed up my spending habits.
This was like in your 20s?
Yeah, 20s. And my claims were 3 times more than my basic salary.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I need to spend it first, put it on a credit card, then hoping that my claims come on time to clear them out. Yeah, so it was crazy. But suddenly when you are on your own, right, and you need to really stop spending for a while because you no longer have clients to entertain. So you no longer have excuse to go and eat the whatever omakase. Yeah, sure. Correct. Then when the bad investment happened, I was so deep in debt to the extent that I went to AKPK again. Then I cut all my credit cards, which is one of the worst thing ever to do.
Your line of credit, you basically destroyed it.
So I need to learn how to pump petrol by asking people for money.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, the thing is blinking. and I open my wallet, there's no money. When I have a card, I cannot pump because you need minimum 300. So it was declined. Then I basically had nothing. And I need to ask the person on the next station, hey bro, or what, hey sis, can you like give me like 10? I'm not sure whether can I give you back, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, and that was my one of my worst time, I think. So
from what you experience, do you have like an extra empathy for people who are going through bigger hardships now? Like, I know what you went through was super serious, but it always feels like there's someone who has it worse. And then I don't know about you, but like I catch myself thinking this, like, oh, if I'm like down or if I have issues, I'll be like, so you don't think like that, lah. There are so many people who have it worse, which is also quite toxic.
Yep. I think you downplay your own emotions.
Struggles.
I think that's not. I think you need to validate your emotions first. Like you're feeling down. Okay, is it that bad? So I learned how to look at the problem as is basis, because our mind will do this very weird thing in amplifying it. So let's say like you are like 8,000 in debt. Like you cannot figure out how to pay, right? What if you cannot pay, then the interest on top of it? Then what if suddenly people got sick, then you need to go to the doctor? What if this? Then you create this panic yourself without any. So I've learned that at that moments I was almost there. I was negative 12,000 every month. So after I clear off everything, so I have like extra 6,000 that I need to clear. And you can look at it as, okay, 6,000, how do I do this? So this is when I learned that we are not taught how to use skills to make money. We are only taught to how to use time in exchange for money.
Yeah.
So that's this very weird thing. And after I realized that, hey, you know what, I cannot go anywhere, and the first solution is to get another job. But when you're in a full-time job, how can you possibly get another job? Yeah.
Time and energy all depleted by then.
Yeah. So how I did it is I divide everything into 30. So in 30 days, okay, so when I open my eyes, so in 30 days, how can you make back 6,000, or how can you try? So Tony Robbins said this: the only way to make an impact or solve a problem is taking a lot of action. A lot of people don't know this. They think that learning is also part of an action. It's not. Like, a lot of people go to attend courses, right? They go and attend seminars. Those work because it makes them tired. It makes them feel like they participated in something.
Like they've done something.
Yeah. So, but when I attended all these courses now, why my bank account still the same? Hey, hello. Yeah. So that is the part where another thing is to be very grateful. Like when I was in that state, like at least I'm able to face this hurdle in a healthy body, not with one leg short or one leg left or whatever. So then I have all the people that I kept the most healthy, independent. So whether I'm okay or not, right, it has nothing to do with them. So when you start to count all this blessing, right, then it becomes into this driving force that force you forward. Because sometimes when I listen to a lot of song lyrics, right, people pray for the strength to carry on. When I was in my 20s, like, what the hell does that mean? I pray for more money. I want to pray for the strength. Yeah, so that is the moment when you really like, okay, so how do I address this? So I participated in MLM. So I'm one of the fastest Amway Platinums in Malaysia.
Oh, in the Amway.
Yeah, so people generally become Platinum in 3 years, 4 years time. I finished it in 7 months. But you need 6 months to qualify though. So it means after the first month,
1 month.
1 month I figured out, okay, so then every month since then I hit all targets. Again, out of desperation, out of creativity. So then I started into all this freelancing of photos, images, videos, and that's how I get my feel on social media. So that was a blessing in disguise, actually, when you look back. But when you look into people like this, also you have two cases. One is self-imposed, where they buy a lot of unnecessary cool things. So now all those cool things are worth nothing, literally nothing. And yeah, like even like myself, I have that abundance where I am investing in watches, and I must say it's one of the best performing investment ever.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
It was hard to get, so you have jalan.
yeah, so because I did a lot of homework, it has always been my pursuit because of that complication. Because personally, I like very complicated things. Then watch seems to be resolving that, and in 3 months time I've made easily 40% of the watch.
Insane.
But then a lot of people so a lot of people thought luxury watches all the same, just like stocks you have like a few thousand counters.
Goodness.
Watch you have a few thousand models, but only that certain brands of certain models will make that profit. So it's also an art.
Oh,
so
for sure.
yeah, so but a lot of people choose to buy like cars, and cars is one of those things that instantly lose money when I buy.
Yeah. And then they also have specific cars that can appreciate.
Correct.
But you need to know what they are and how to get them.
Yeah, so it's insane. So I'm just gonna stick to hybrids and save petrol. That's about it.
Okay, yeah. That's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed this particular collaboration. I think it's more like a conversation, but yeah, if you liked it, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and head over to iherng's channel for content on property or real estate investing. And I think it's really important to know that there is really so many ways to invest our money, and stock investing is one of the ways, and property investing is another of the way. And also there's still business, there's cryptocurrency, there's so much more that there is to offer, and we just need to fit it to our personalities. So yeah, that's it for the video, and I will see you in the next one.